Round 2 of the FIM MX2 Motocross World Championship at Rishar, Thailand, saw Jeffrey Hurlings take advantage through turn 1 as everybody else ran wide. It was Jeffrey Hurlings on the Red Bull KTM who led the way. In fact, that slip there was his only mistake during the whole race. Dylan Ferrandis on the 122 CLS Kawasaki Monster Energy there started off in second ahead of Jordi Tixier on the 911. Red Bull KTM in third, seen here just behind that green Kawasaki. Fourth for much of the race was the Rockstar Energy Suzuki of 259, Glenn Koldenoff. And as Jeffrey Hurlings started to streak ahead at the front of the field, the battle was on behind him. Max Anstey started in 6th place and was soon up into 5th and challenging with the leaders on that number 99 bike at Cosworth Yamaha. Eventually he caught up to the pack ahead of him as the number 259 of Glenn Koldenoff was all over the back of Dylan Ferrandis and made this pass to move into 2nd position. Arnold Tonus then came through to take 3rd, passing his teammate, so that made it Jeffrey Hurlings the winner, Koldenoff 2nd, Tonus 3rd in race 1. Second round of the FIM MXGP series, also here at Rishar, saw Sean Simpson take the Fox hole shot, and he led for the first lap before Tony Cairoli first found a way past Clement de Sal to move into 2nd, and then eventually caught Sean Simpson at the end of the 2nd lap to move inside the lead. Tommy Searle was there in 4th, Van Horbeek was in 5th, Paulin was in 6th, as Cairoli was making his move in front. Gauthier Paulin and Sean Simpson were having their own little battle, and it was Paulin who eventually went through with this move here. Wheels touched on the exit of the turn. That put Paulin into 4th, and it sent the number 24, Sean Simpson, down the order, who eventually finished in 7th place. Clement de Sal was no match for Tony Cairoli in the first race, but Tony Cairoli, though, was in a class of his own. He went on to take the checkered flag in race 1. De Sal was 2nd, Van Horbeek was 3rd. In MX2 race 2, all eyes once again on Jeffrey Hurlings, but it was Max Anstey on the bike at Cosworth Yamaha, the blue 99, that headed out round first turn, grabbing that all-important Fox hole shot. Behind him, it was the 259 of Glenn Koldenoff, Jeffrey Hurlings, as Arnold Tonus stalled and was all the way down outside the top 20 at the end of the first lap. The hype between Anstey and Hurlings started to reach a crescendo, and at the midpoint of the race, Hurlings was all over the back of the Brit. The two traded close manoeuvres throughout the race. This was the first of many. Anstey just able to hold on at that point in the race. Behind them was the 122 Dylan Ferrandis, Jordi Tixier and Romain Febvre, who was riding a great race. That was one of the moments that Anstey and Hurlings almost clashed, and then a couple of laps later, Hurlings was eventually through a back marker, separating the two. Hurlings going through to the lead, so that was Anstey down into 2nd. Meanwhile, Romain Febvre was fighting from 7th position and was looking at closing down on 3rd. Eventually found his way into 3rd, but Jeffrey Hurlings was the winner. Anstey 2nd, Febvre 3rd, Koldenoff 4th. And your overall podium was Jeffrey Hurlings, Glenn Koldenoff and Max Anstey taking his first podium for Yamaha. Overall championship looks like this. Jeffrey Hurlings 23 points clear of Dylan Ferrandis, with Glenn Koldenoff 5 points further back in 3rd. So your top 3 then, Jeffrey Hurlings, Glenn Koldenoff and Max Anstey. And of course, Jeffrey Hurlings continues to lead as we go to Brazil. He picks up another red plate here in Thailand.
Jeffrey, unlike many of the riders here, you actually went home during the week. Do you feel like you benefited from that here?
Not really, because now the heat is coming to get me. It's so warm. It's like 36, 37 degrees out there with the humidity. It's unreal. If you're not here, you can't explain what's going on. But I did a good race, built up my race good. Be patient, don't do anything stupid, and came up with 2 moto wins. And I'm really pleased about my riding. And got to give it up to the Red Bull KTM racing team, all my team, my crew, my family, everybody out there. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations, Jeffrey.
MXGP race 2. Tony Cairoli and Clement de Sal banging bars going up the start straight, and it was Jeremy Van Horbeek who came out swinging as he went through the first turn. Wasn't long though before Clement de Sal found a way through and started to pull away from the Belgian, with Tony Cairoli on the Red Bull KTM there in 3rd place. Van Horbeek eventually ran wide though, that allowed Tony Cairoli up into 2nd, and then he went after the number 25 Clement de Sal on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki. A little bit further back, Gauthier Paulin was in 4th, ahead of the 22 Suzuki there of Kevin Strybos in 5th, and Stephen Frossard, the 183 on the Kawasaki Monster Energy machine, he was in 6th place, but he would eventually drop down the order and out of the race. Closing stages of the race, though, with about 6 to go, DeSalle made a mistake. That allowed Cairoli through into the lead, and from there, Tony Cairoli just turned on the afterburners and disappeared at the head of the field, and he went on to win another race here, making it 2 Thai Grand Prix victories out of 2. DeSalle was 2nd, Van Horbeek was 3rd, and the race itself mirrored the overall classification. Cairoli, DeSalle, and Van Horbeek, the top 3, and that's how they were the overall as well. And this is the point standings. Cairoli now moves up from 3rd to 1st. Nagel stays 2nd, and Paulin loses out and drops to 3rd. So there's your podium then. Tony Cairoli, your winner this weekend. Clement DeSalle and Jeremy Van Horbeek taking his first podium of his MXGP career. Tony Cairoli, though, continues to lead as we go to Brazil.
No, only a lot of sweat, you know, and I was struggling a little bit, and I got some sweat on when I was in the back of Clement, and I wasn't losing some ground, and then finally it dried up, and I was clean a little bit. Clean the view was better, and then I tried to push a little bit more in the end, and yeah, we take as a good race. We are really happy with this double victory, and we have back the red plate, but this is not really important. I mean, the championship is very long, and it was more important for me to get a good feeling with my ankle, and finally I can start training again how I want. And for sure in Brazil it's a track that I like, and I have a lot of fans over there, so I will see you there, and bye-bye to all the fans at home.
Well, a fantastic job done today. We'll see you in Brazil.